Now I'm going to jump on the excavator. The reverse gravity has kept the boom off the ground long enough, so I'm going to put the stumper back over there where it goes. I'm actually going to go over there and see if my 36-inch digging bucket fits on this, because that was the bucket that come on this machine, and I once I got the new buckets and they put it on there, I brought it home, and it's never been back on the machine on that coupler. So I am going to check and make sure that fits, because I do need that for a job. For an overflow, I need to cut a 36-inch ditch instead of a 4-foot, unless I got the pack. So I'm going to go make sure that that bucket still fits on here. Then we're going to go to the back there, take some trees down, and set some stuff on fire. It's going to be a good day. Take 2. Remember to wipe the dusty window off before putting the camera on there. Set that right there. Then grab the stumper that I use to pick my rocks up with. Take that over here and set it off. I'm just gonna lock the coupler so it's not beeping the whole entire time. Yeah, I have not, from the time I took that, or the dealer took that bucket off, when because that's the original bucket that come on this excavator, and I dug that pond with it while I was waiting for all my attachments to come in, and pretty much the day I went to the dealer and picked it back up, I brought it home and set it right there, and it has sat there ever since. See, make sure it fits on here before I take it to a job and discover it the hard way. That is a baby bucket. How in the world did I dig with that thing? Probably good for over there ripping them rocks up. A little tiny bucket. How does the thumb line up to it? The thumb's bigger than the bucket. It's actually the same size. That wasn't clear with the dern though. Look at the, it definitely does not line up with the bucket teeth, but they didn't design it to line up with this bucket. That's why I got that bucket. It is way bigger. Like, you couldn't even grab anything. Look at it. The thumb hits like a foot. Oh, that would royally suck right there. Trying to clear with that. I could rip some rock with it though. Nothing like play toys. Huh. Well, that's good to know. Can't even hardly grab that plastic very easily. gravel up. I got some gravel yesterday, and it's a little bigger than it needed to be. So I'll mix it with the old pile and make an average. Wonder if I can grab gravel, keep it in the bucket. Alright, now I'm just playing around, so I'm going to finish mixing this, take this bucket off, and go down there, and I'll show you what I want to do. So back here in the back, it's where I've been I'll burn and then kind of dump dirt and everything. Well, I've about got it to the grade I want it, and now I need to expand it over a little bit. Because my ultimate goal is, try to expand this field back some. I got several acres back here of woods, but it's too wet to do anything. So if I can kind of keep bringing in dirt and leveling that off some, I can gain some more pasture. So he'll be happy. But I got some old pallets and cardboard there. I'm going to pile that up. Well, it's already piled up. I'm going to set that on fire and get that burning. I'm going to clear back. Shut up! I want to clear this back probably another 40 or 50 feet, and that'll give me another area to burn right there. And I got a bunch of those old fence posts and that wire. I want to get those burn out so I can separate the wire. So I'm going to go get a little bit more dry stuff and throw on there and get the fire going. Pretty good now. I'm going to take advantage of that. And I had a pile when I tore out the old fencing. Let's see if I can move this top. In the bucket. Can't never, don't need to waste a good bucket. But, well, I broke the bucket. That bucket was dry rotted. You know what you do with dry rotted buckets? You get rid of them. So this is burning now. When I did the fence, I had all the posts, and they're all in with the wire and everything. So what I want to do is pile this up and burn the post out so that I can get rid of the wire. And I can't think of a better way to do it than to get a hot fire and put them on there and just let it burn. So aggravating to try and get the wire off the post, and I didn't have time. I had to do it the night the fence guys showed up that day, so I just ended up ripping them out. But I think this will work if I just it's all cedar, so it should be fairly dry. Cedar burns pretty good anyways. Pile all them up on top, let them burn out, burn the wire out of it. Seems like it should work. All I had was the mini, and as you can imagine, it doesn't have the oomph to really do a whole lot. burn down a little bit and catch up. Yeah, I think that's going to burn just fine and dandy. Then I'm gonna go over and knock some of those trees down and put them on the fire while it's burning good too. Well, that's burning pretty good there now. I should get rid of all those cedar logs out of that wire. It's not smoking too bad now. It was smoking pretty good. I texted the fire chief and told him I was burning. If anybody gets all in a panic, we don't want the fire department to come out for something they don't need to come out here for. So it's good to know everybody in the area. I'm gonna knock a few trees down and put them on there while it's burning hot. Burning dandy. Alright. Well, that didn't go as planned. Get off of my bucket seat. Get all this on there while it's nice and hot. That should build enough coals to really burn that stuff I'm about to clear. And the wire and stuff, it'll just, it might actually get hot enough where it dissolves. It will do that. I don't think that wire is gonna do that though. That's a pretty heavy gauge fencing wire. Gotta get all the dirt off the stumps. Doesn't want to come off. Sticky, gumbo-y clay. That's the problem about this dirt in the area. It doesn't perk very well, which means it doesn't drain. It's sticky. Yeah. Can't do nothing with it when it's wet. But I can guarantee you that right there is going to dry it out. Alright, well I'm going to set the camera up outside and get a little bit better video. outside and see good. So back in here we go. Get some small stuff up there so we can get cooking away. That's what I want to do here, like I said earlier, just kind of clear back another 40-50 feet down this tree line, and it'll just add me some more pasture over time. Originally, when I first got the farm, the tree line was where those big trees are, right there, there, and all the way down there. See where the backhoe is? And I've cleared all this back, and when I built my pond, I put all the dirt in here and leveled this off. And when they did the fence, you know, that gained another probably half acre right there, and then I can eventually do another pasture right here. Because the trees, it's pretty much wasteland. You can't do anything with it. It's too wet, so it's got to be filled in some and leveled off. Might as well make the best of it and use it for something. Really don't like being downwind of the fire. I might clear these two trees and then go around the other side. I don't really care if they have ashes falling on the machine. That's how they catch on fire. Probably going to freak out since I'm just burning the trees, but you know what, I'm taking down like 5 trees that I could get anything out of. It's not worth my time. Cover it up with dirt. I'm really not worried about raking the roots and little sticks out. I just kind of rake them down so that it's below grade, and just kind of keep adding dirt to it as I go. Let's see if we can sneak out here and take down some of these little small trees while the fire is not blowing ashes all over me. of the cab and engine compartment because it'll suck it up in there. Don't hold the dirt so bad. Catch up. I'm gonna knock a few more trees down, and that's going to pretty well extend the. When a man knows a fire, he can get some green stuff. I mean, literally, I just ripped it down, and it's burning really good. But the key is to get it nice and hot, and it'll burn with very little smoke. Take down a little bit more, and I'm going to go ahead and stack the fire up again. I've got a decent little pile of stuff there now. I'll grab this little stuff here and this one more pine tree to my right. And I'll probably have to take down these 3 or 4 right here, and that's going to about do what I need to have done. And then pretty much just focus on getting it all burned up tonight. Don't like the embers fall on me. Probably should have cleared this before I set the fire, but I wanted to go ahead and get it burning though. I would have started this morning, but I didn't get started till 3 o'clock. It gets dark at 5 o'clock. There's actually a decent little pine tree. Fortunately, it's about to die. all these pine branches that broke off when I dropped the trees, but I didn't feel like dropping them in the woods and smashing all the other trees up I want to keep. Caught up by the time I get it. It really is amazing how well green stuff will burn as wet as it is. I mean, everything's just a muddy mess if you pile it on there right. Got that pulled away from the fire. It's gonna sit right there and burn down just dandy. Come back down here later tonight if I can make it back here without getting stuck. Restack that up. I'll let it burn down for a couple hours. It'll be nothing but the ends there, and there is a burn hole down there, but I think it's full. And pretty much what I want to do is just kind of move everything over into this spot right here and just kind of keep working my way all the way down the tree line over time. And you know, this one lasted me about 3 years. I'll just keep moving it down over time. I don't want to clear all that because by the time I get all the way down there, it'll be grown back up in trees again. And then kind of leave the rest of that as a buffer back there between the neighbors across the field. Let's go check on the fire this morning. The mud's kind of frozen. I am so sick of mud. This is literally my field. A giant mud hole. Well, it will be in about an hour when the sun hits it. It's frozen solid right now. Well, that's what's left of the fire. I'm going to actually start the excavator up and dig another little burn hole over there and relocate it over into a pit and get rid of the one that is right there. So while I was waiting for this machine to warm up here, I just kind of idled along and dug a little bit of a pit right here. I'm going to start putting some small stuff in here. I want to move the fire over. There was a pit right there I've had for probably the last 2 or 3 years, and it's well over full. Just needs to be moved over here. I didn't dig it very deep because there's a lot of groundwater, and that's probably going to fill it with water, but I left a little spot for it to flow out if it does. Unfortunately, I am downwind again, but there shouldn't be a whole lot of embers. It's just more smoke this morning. I'm going to try to lay some of these bigger logs off to the side and grab some of the smaller brush to throw in there and hopefully get the fire back started. I dig in here and get some of these hot coals, stuff that's still burning, it should kind of come back to life. I can find how much wire's left, or some of it. Just put that down here and let it finish burning out. Stuff's nice and dry, so it should start back pretty easily. Lay the big stuff over to the side, like I said, and start grabbing the smaller stuff. Anything that's somewhat still burning will just kind of help. Have like a pint of diesel fuel left in that jug I might be able to throw on it. If I get a little bit of a flame in it, doesn't want to take off. Once I get down in here and get some of these logs that are still burning pretty good, it shouldn't have a problem. As good as it was burning last night, I didn't bring the camera back down here, but I come down here another time or two and restacked it up. It was burning really good. There's a big thing of wire. pulled out. Thrown over here to the side. Well, there's a little bit of wire gone now. See, I had another little pile, put it right here for that scrap pile later on. Another big wad right here, if I can get that stump out of it. Let's see what I can do here. Just dragging stumps and everything. Amazing how strong this wire is when it gets wrapped around stuff. Well, that did exactly what I wanted to. It burned all the post out of it. Instead of sitting right there for a half a day trying to pull all the staples out. I like that method a little bit better. Broken in half. Just keep grabbing all the small stuff, piling it up. Break that in half. Break. There you go. Good log. Kind of a little bit of a slow process. If you take your time, it really pays off, as everything ends up burning pretty good. Keep it all packed down. Doesn't burn well if there's a lot of big gaps. Let's see if I can get some more of this wire out. I think I put that stump in there first. Please don't blow all that dust on top of me. There's the big pile of wire. Put the log stuck in it. Of course. See if I can fish that out. That's one out. It's pretty good there. They'll take it with that little piece stuck in it. Still burning anyways, I'll just let it sit there and burn out. Alright, let me finish picking through this and should have a fire here going back before too much longer. So managed to get the fire back going. Finish adding what's left of this last little bit onto it before trying to break those bigger logs up and pretty much letting it do what it's going to do. Now that it's in a hole, it should just kind of burn itself down and fall into place as it burns. And whatever's left will just be added to the next fire, or stuff will be piled on top of it. That looks like the majority of it. Might be a couple little logs right here. Other than that, I want to take all that, push it across, start filling that in and building a platform over here so I can drive in to dump stuff in that pile. But I've got these logs that I broke up yesterday that didn't quite burn in half, or even come close to burning in half. So I'm going to try to break them up a little bit more. Oh, that worked better than I thought it was going to. Look at it steaming where it's laid in the fire all last night and got so warm. Stack these up like that. They should sit there and burn down pretty good. Let's see if I can break this one in half. It's got a stump on it. Almost lost it. I think I can dig it down and pry. There we go. Like so. Break this one in half. That's a pretty big log. I might be able to hack away at it though. Get lost in the ashes I stir up. I may just lay that one across there and just let it do what it's going to do, or put the end of it in there and just let it burn up. Probably what I'll do. Can't even see anything now. Instead of beating the machine to death trying to burn that up, I'll just lay it right there and it'll fall in place as it burns down. What happens is all that smaller stuff burns up, and then there's nothing left hot enough to keep these logs burning, and a whole green log isn't just going to keep burning without some more fuel there to it. So you just have to kind of stack everything up. As you saw how it looked this morning, all the small stuff burnt out and left the bigger stuff. I can kind of mix a little bit on there. It has a little more to burn on top and under and everything. But that's about it. I'm going to just break these ashes out and call it good. Well, I accomplished what I wanted to. The burn pile was right there, and it ended right here, and I cleared all this yesterday afternoon. Got most of it burned up, finished it up this morning, raked all those ashes over here, and I've got a new burn pit right here pretty much. So I'll let this burn down. Got all my wire pulled out. It's still smoldering, but it's all free of wooden post. But you can kind of see what I'm doing now. Like I said, I did this section probably about 3 years ago, and I'm just clearing another 50 or 60 feet back down this wood line. And whenever I get extra topsoil and dirt, just dump it right here and just kind of keep extending this field out, making a little bit more usable pasture for in the future.